breakfast at home, and I was flipping through, just some web pages and all, and I saw it pop up, I believe, on Opposing Cylinders, and thought it was a pretty decent price. I actually called Lonnie Moore and had him look at it, and Lonnie's like, you can't build the car for what he's asking for it. And I'm like, that's kind of what I thought, but I wanted to be sure. So I called Chris Carr at Ace Fabrication, who built the car, asked him a few questions. The biggest thing was, could I fit in it, because I'm 6'4", and he said, yeah, because that's the size I am. So I ended up buying the car, agreeing to buy the car, and then Jason McGinnis and I went down the next weekend and picked the car up. Chris originally built the car for himself, then ended up selling it to a customer, and then ended up buying it back from that customer, and so it had been kind of around a little bit, but hadn't never had a lot of miles or anything put on it. It's a Brookville Body on a ASCS frame rails, all fully boxed. Has a quarter elliptical rear suspension on it, which lets it set really, really low. LS2 motor with LS3 CNC ported heads. All the Holley induction system and engine management system, comp cam, so it's had a really nice lope to it. 5-speed, just a great car, and drove really, really well. Had tons of horsepower, but never ever tried to swap ends or anything on me. It always ran nice and straight whenever you got on it. 18-inch steadfast wheels on the back, 40 Ford wheels on the front, and Chris never meant to leave it in bare metal. It was one of those things where it got put together, and it was kind of towards the end of the season, so he was going to drive it and then pull it apart and paint it over the winter, and then he ended up selling it, and the second guy he sold it to put a matte clear on the body, so it did have some protection, and it was coming off in a few places. It probably needed to be redone at some point in time, but anyway, just a great car. I always have terrible withdrawal after I sell a car, and that's and this one was really really hard to let it go, and I still miss it today. It was a really fun car to own.
Yeah, it had the right stance.
Yeah,
it had a good look to it.
Right,
kind of almost a sinister vibe with that low top on there.
Yeah.
So how did you fit, being 6'4", to chopped 32?
It was tight. I had a couple of knots on my head from hitting the bars, but I slid the seat back a little bit more and was able to do a couple of things where I got a little more room, and I actually was going to raise the top up just a little bit and redo the flap around the back, but never got to that point. So anyway, and I ran it about half the time with the top off.
Yeah.
Although it looked a lot more sinister with the top on. Yeah. With the top on.
Well, thank you for taking the time to record this with me.
Yep.
To replace the bad audio for the first time we did this, and we'll check out the next car you have.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thanks, Travis.